All right, go ahead and get into this. Yo, what's up, everybody? So, if you're wondering what this is, yeah, I know. This ain't a guide. This ain't what, I normally post. That's fine. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys the opportunity to ask me a bunch of questions over here on, my wall over here for my channel. Kind of see what questions you guys had for me, whether it's personal, whether it's like simple little meta questions, things like that. I just wanted to give you guys the floor to kind of get to know me more as a content creator and as a person, instead of just being, the Shoto labbing guy. I got more to me than just that. So let's go ahead and get right into reading your questions. First question coming in from Jaboy. What are your favorite hobbies outside of Smash? Before I even got into Smash, like back 7 years ago, before Smash 4 came out, I was a theater kid. That's kind of like what my whole shtick was entertaining through, being on a stage. Now, instead of being on a stage, I'm on a computer screen. So, just kind of changed hats, but roughly the same thing. Also studied voice for many years as well, going through college, and I've always dabbled a little bit in voice acting as well, just because I've always liked the aesthetic of putting a voice behind a character and just being that voice, because I've just always enjoyed, just the thought of being another character and just things like that. And there's just so much you can do in the world of animation, and it's just something I love, because I'm a sucker for animation. So naturally, I just would love to be a voice actor. Not just anime either. It's like, it's a vast majority of things, whether it's just like online animations from like indie developers to some like, higher quality things like Kipo. That's one that was on Netflix not too long ago that I thought was pretty cool. By far, like, one of my favorite animation directors out there is definitely Miyazaki, over there with Studio Ghibli. Love everything that man has ever touched, and I, worship the ground he walks on. Like, holy shit. Yes, Stan Miyazaki. That man, every fucking movie he's ever made is timeless and is godlike, and yeah, like, I just loved his creative mind, and it's kind of what helped me get into animation to even start with. I've also been having fun dabbling and learning other fighting games that I've never touched before, so let me go ahead and say this. I have never really played any other game competitively other than Smash Brothers. I enjoy Tekken 7, I enjoy Soul Calibur 6, and wait, 6? No. Yeah, 6. It is 6. Okay, we're on 6 now. I forgot. Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy Mortal Kombat 11. I haven't messed around with it since a lot of the DLCs got in, but I've been meaning to get back around to it, because I've also been hearing that it's one of the few good fighting games out there right now that actually has good netcode. Been messing around with Garo, Mark of the Wolves bit. Had a stream of me labbing it, and I got super mad because I saw that burn knuckle canceling was something that existed before, and now I want Terry to have it in Smash, and I'm sad. Obviously, I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I mean, that's kind of what got me into Smash Brothers. Like, I love the GameCube era of Nintendo and some of the Wii era. Like, outside of the Wii era, all I really was a big fan of was just like playing Brawl and things like that. There wasn't a whole lot on there. I missed the Galaxy hype for Mario and things like that. And then it skipped over to the Wii U, and then it was all just Smash 4. So, yeah, like, I keep up with, Nintendo news and anything news coming out. I'm really excited for Metroid Prime 4, even though I've not beat the original trilogy. I know that sounds fucked up, but I've been wanting to play through the trilogy for a while, but whenever I had it on the Wii U, it just I had to use, a Wiimote nunchuck, and it sucked because I didn't have any controls to work with it, so I just stopped playing it, even though I was having a blast playing through the first one. Other than that, that's pretty much what you see. I stream, I coach, I try to push the meta for the characters, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But in the future, I would like to do other content. I really would. I don't know quite what my audience wants, which is partially why I'm doing this video, because I'm just gonna want to see what you guys like outside of just Smash 2. Next question coming in from Genga2122. Out of all the Smash FGC reps, who would translate the best to Melee, and where would they be on the tier list? So let me just go ahead and just say that I don't know jack shit about Melee's meta. But who would translate the best to Melee? About Ryu and Ken wave dashing, or Terry. Oh god. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say Terry. Just your opponent's gonna be schmooving and wave dashing all over the place, and then Terry's gonna crack shoot you, and now Fox is off stage, and now he's just gonna jump off stage and power wave your recovery. Now at the same time, whenever it comes to snapping the ledge, I don't know how ledge snapping works in Melee, but having an invincible recovery for recovering low, along with iframes on Power Dunk and like burn knuckle, and it's just gonna make it very dangerous for your opponents to ever go off stage in a game that is built around going off stage after your opponent. So yeah, I'd probably give that one to Terry. Zeph has wrote in, and he also asked, "Hey Ronin, do you have any favorite games outside of Smash? Otherwise, do you think Smash Discord crews are a good way to level up along with matchmaking at a certain level?" Favorite games, man. This is a very, I always hate this question because there's so many games that I like. So, like, let's go ahead and start, because, I mean, obviously you guys know I like fighting games. So, the fighting games that I enjoy the most that really got me into fighting games was, well, okay, let me go ahead and start from the very beginning. So, what got me into fighting games was I got a Super Nintendo when I was a kid. Alright, my dad got Street Fighter 2 Turbo for it, and I played with him like all the time, and that was kind of like the start for my love for fighting games, because the moment I learned how to throw a Hadouken, my dad stopped playing me because he didn't know how to get past my zone because he was kind of a scrub. And after that, I started like wanting to take on like all my friends and stuff like that, so that kind of started my passion for fighting games. Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, all like the Marvel vs. Capcom series in general, casually, was a blast to play through and mess around in arcade mode. I did it for years on my Dreamcast, honestly. The ones that I really started trying to get good at was whenever I was like 16, 15, I started playing Third Strike and Street Fighter 4. This was still before like terms like neutral, advantage state, like corner pressure, win objectives, all that kind of stuff would just slip my mind. I kind of all just played off of instinct and what I found in the lab. I mean, hell, I didn't even know, like, you know, there was like video game tournaments for fighting games back then. If I did know that, I probably would have got into competitive Mortal Kombat 9, because if I had to choose, like back then, like when it came to fighting games, the fighting games I was probably the best at was probably Mortal Kombat 9 and Virtua Fighter 5. I enjoyed those games so damn much. It's Street Fighter, and it's Ultra Street Fighter 4 as well. On the Nintendo side of things, and like, you know, like I said, I grew up on the GameCube era, like going over to Wii and stuff like that. I'd have to say Sunshine is my favorite 3D Mario game by far. I love the Sonic Adventure series. I grew up on that. I have a lot of fond memories of it. I definitely have to say it's up there. For best beat 'em up, I definitely have to say I have the cartridge sitting right here. Is TMNT Turtles in Time. This is a classic. If you like vintage games, then yeah, that's a really fun beat 'em up. Right now, something that's actually giving it a run for its money is what I'm playing through right now, which is Streets of Rage 4. I'm having a blast with that game right now. Growing up, I was big into shooters. I played a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a lot of Halo 3, things like that, and I played all Halo. Like, I was big into Halo all the way up to, I think, I played a little bit of 5, but that was it. But I pretty much fell off after Reach. Still had a great campaign, though. I was also, I know this is gonna sound bad, but I was really big into arena fighters, like anime arena fighters. I was huge into the Ninja Storm series. I literally spent an entire like year of like my downtime in college just playing Ninja Storm 3 and just saucing kids with like young Sasuke. I literally used like one of the weakest assists and just destroyed people, because that was a game that was absolutely unbalanced as fuck, but it was a blast to play. Do crew battles help you get better? Maybe whenever it comes to dealing with pressure, but as far as getting better at the game, not really. I mean, at the end of the day, it is still Wi-Fi, but whenever it comes to just simply grinding the game, I feel like the best way to practice if you want to utilize online is to, one, have the ideals of, look, you ain't trying to win, you're trying to implement new things and see like what strategies for the matchup you're trying to learn, you know, things like that. Like, that's the main thing you can use it for, because whenever you factor in Wi-Fi, you can't really react to certain things, and you can't really be executionally correct whenever it comes to what you're trying to do, if that makes sense. Like, this is coming from someone who's been a Wi-Fi warrior pretty much ever since I've ever touched, like, fighting games in general. Like, the way I utilize Wi-Fi is if I'm specifically wanting to learn a matchup, I'll go and I'll find good players of the characters I'm wanting to learn, and I will collab with them, talk to them, share knowledge, things like that. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're sitting in a room just playing with somebody and you're being ghost quiet, you guys are not asking each other questions, you're not really going to utilize the information that you're getting fully, I don't think. I mean, you can, obviously, but you never know when your opponent might have some insight on something you don't know. Normally, I wouldn't do two, but this was another good one coming from Ginga. Do you low-key want to witness a train wreck of Smash Ultimate online at EVO for the lulz and for the possibility of Nintendo being pressured by bad press to fix their netcode? Do you honestly think Nintendo gives a flying fuck about bad press on their netcode? Their netcode has been notoriously ass cheeks since the Wii. I get that people want the netcode to be fixed, and I do too. I do. But you gotta look at it from a business standpoint. Nintendo's already got your money, dog. You gave them the $60. They don't give a flying fuck. All right? I will admit it's pretty bullshit that they want to charge us $20 a pop a year for this garbage. But yeah, I don't think, even if we did Ultimate's tournament at EVO, it's been canceled, by the way. If we did do that, it wouldn't really matter, I don't think. Even if it did get bad press and it was an absolute train wreck, I think if anything, it would just hurt the credibility of EVO, which is why it got pulled down. So I agree with it not being there. Would it actually help towards giving bad press? I mean, hell, we had fixed Smash Ultimate Online trending sometime. I think it was top 10 in the world or some junk or something like that. I could have been wrong. I know it was trending on Twitter and nothing, not even a response, whatever. I do know that there was something that came out a little while ago that they are planning on fixing it online, so maybe they are paying attention. But the general synopsis is they got our money, guys, and if I'll be very surprised if they fix anything with the online. I really would be. I want it. Will it happen? I don't know. Do I want to watch a train wreck of EVO? No, I don't. I'm kind of glad that they went the route of going and picking good fighting games that have good netcode. Next question coming in from Anton. Would you ever recommend an FGC character as someone's first Smash Bros. Character to learn? Why or why not? So where I stand on this one is definitely play who you enjoy. And if you enjoy that character, you can learn them and just learn the game from their point of view. So if it's your first time jumping in to Smash Brothers, and let's say you solely were interested in Smash Brothers just because of the fighting game characters, I think you can learn them if you have the right mindset and the right approach to it. Honestly, I actually think it's easier for people to pick up the Shotos whenever they have no background in Smash Brothers, because the way people have played Smash for years, they have a set way of playing the game that they've always known as Smash. Whereas the FGC characters win objectives, the way they move, the way they play neutral, the way they poke, how they abuse positional pressure, everything is like a fighting game in that aspect at top level to mid level play whenever you're trying to learn it competitively. So yeah, if you enjoy boxer-esque brawler characters, then yeah, you can definitely learn these characters if you're just starting out in Smash. If it's execution you're having issue with, yeah, if you put your time in the lab and practice your execution, you utilize the resources that is out there, especially the stuff I have on my channel, then yes, if you're a new player, you definitely can implement all this and be good with these characters. This one comes in from Delta. If Terry were ever to get cancel changes in a patch like Ryu or Ken, which I see as not likely, what move would you want to see be able to cancel? See, I made the mistake of playing Garo Mark of the Wolves on stream not that long ago, and I saw Burn Knuckle canceling, and I wanted that. The ability to be comboing your opponent, then cancel Burn Knuckle to literally anything, that would give Terry so much more creativity, and I would love that. Personally, another thing I'd like to see that would be able to be canceled would either be fair or back air. I thought it was kind of weird how some aerials were able to be canceled and others were not. But other than that, yeah, that's kind of the big one that stands out. I mean, if you really want to make it broken, let me up smash Rising Tackle. Mer Curiosity wrote in, if you could give a single buff and a single nerf to Terry, Ryu, and Ken, what would it be? So, God, man, this one's actually kind of hard. For Ryu, I really don't think Ryu needs any nerfs necessarily, but if I absolutely had to nerf something, you can nerf the knockback on Shoryuken. The fix I would give him, however, would just be giving him get rid of that stupid Skittle hitbox on his Shoryuken, make it much bigger, and maybe even make it pull in a bit or something like that. You know what I mean? Just so whenever we hit confirm into Shoryuken, we don't have to worry about people falling out of it because of this weird Skittle hitbox it has. For Ken, free. Buff the ever-loving shit out of Tatsumaki. It should not be negative on hit. I would probably nerf Funny Punch. I'd nerf Funny Punch. That move's too strong. So, if you've been to any of my streams before, you've heard me bitch about Terry's garbage hitbox on his up air. Literally, like, it doesn't hit that far in front of him. It starts, like the hitbox is best at the very top and a little bit behind him. So, you RAR it, it's okay. But it's just, it doesn't function as a juggle tool as well as you want. It doesn't really combo into itself well. Like, if you up air, fastball, up air, yeah, that works. But the hitbox always sends up at such a weird angle, you normally can never follow up from it, even though it special cancels, unless they DI like absolute garbage. Please buff that move. I will take any nerf you give me. I do not care. Just give me that buff. Please. Please. Sakurai even said, whenever he made this move, they had to literally just come up with something. Well, the animation looks sick, Sakurai. It does. But whoever designed that hitbox needs to be fired. Next. Elwin Durant asked, what are the characters you want to see as DLC? I'm curious. I want Akuma in this game so fucking bad. You have no idea. Will it ever happen? No. I know it never will. But I want Akuma in so bad. Whenever Ryu got into Smash 4, okay, I was not a fan of how he was designed at all. Okay, because Ryu was always a zoner-esque, well-rounded boxer. Whereas in Smash 4, he was, I'm gonna hit Nair and I'm gonna jank you and kill you at absurd %. And it didn't really set well with me. Unlike what they did in Ultimate, where he is very much like he is in Street Fighter, in the same way they implicated Ken's playstyle to also be like Ken, even though he's technically Ryu's Echo. And whenever I saw how Sakurai really put the love into these characters this time around, the only thing I could think about was how bad I want to flip kick someone in the mouth with Akuma, throw vertical fireballs, Raging Demon, have an input micro for phantoming behind people and shit. I think that's what it is. I forget the actual term of it. His kit would be so cool. Electric Tatsus. Like, his combo tree, just everything about the idea of what his design would be. A fucking dive kick, all the 50-50s you would have. Oh, God, Akuma. Akuma will always be the number one. There's also many others, but I actually think I'm going to be doing that one in another video. Kamina Guman asks, which out of the 3 FGC characters you think is the hardest to master and play at high level? I would have to give this one to Ken. Just because of all the stuff you really have to know to master Ken. You know, option coverage, how to optimally space, micro spacing, shield pressure, how to option select around your opponent's out of shield options, you know, corner, like everything about him. And not only that, like his combo tree, his execution, the creativity you have to really like make his punish game pop. Like everything about him is way harder in my opinion to master. Like Ken and Terry, they have things that kind of play neutral for them. Like Terry's got, you know, his great buttons along with like slow power wave to help condition jumps with his broken burst options. Ryu has Shakunetsu and Hadouken, along with his great micro spacing options. Like it's a lot easier for them, I feel, to at least control neutral, which is most like, you know, one of the most important parts of the game. Whereas with Ken, he has to find these openings and know how to maintain distance and just, you know, control space with micro spacing and things like that, which is something that a lot of people struggle with. So I'd have to give it to Ken. Raiden writes in, do you see yourself labbing stuff as long as the game is out? What do you do for work? Absolutely. Absolutely. I enjoy my job, which, by the way, this answers what I do for work. This is my job. This is what I do. I cover Shoto stuff, I coach, and I stream. I'm just going to go ahead and be honest. The main goal that I am trying to accomplish with myself right now is I'm trying to pretty much make a living as a content creator and as a coach. Right now, my main source of income is being a coach because I've got pretty much everybody I've ever had that I've coached have come back. So I'm starting to get a fairly consistent bit of volume for being a coach, which I'm happy to do. Because my passion for being a coach came from me coming up in Smash 4. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was trash. Like, I was bad because felt like I was on my own whenever it came to learning, and it just took a very long time for me to get good at the game because of it. I felt like I was on my own, and I always kind of thought, like, if I had a good coach, that I could be better. So now that I'm in Ultimate, and now that I feel like I have reached that level to where I can teach people, that's kind of what I focus on, and I genuinely give a shit about my students and them getting better and reaching their goals, and many of them have, and the messages I get, the thank yous I get, the donations I get, everything, it really, like, it means a lot to me knowing that I made a difference in someone's, career, whether it's in competitive, whether just enjoying the game, whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I believe his first name is Malios. I'm not even going to try to say the last part of your name. I apologize, my guy. I just can't pronounce it. How do you feel about your place in the Smash FGC community? How do I feel about my place in the FGC Smash community? Well, I mean, I guess proud. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The whole point of me originally getting into, like, we're gonna go ahead and start at the beginning of my channel. The beginning of my channel was just pretty much me, honestly, how it all started was me wanting to prove people wrong about Ken. Because pre-patch Ken, I thought even back then, pre-patch Ken was high tier. And I was pretty much on a mission to prove everybody who was shit-talking saying Ken was low tier wrong. That's literally what the basis of my channel was started on. And then after that, I just kind of fell down the rabbit hole, man. I just kept on developing, I kept on pushing, and I got eyes on me. And honestly, like, I didn't expect that. I mean, if you actually look at the stuff I did before Smash Ultimate, my channel was, like, nothing. Like, I had, like, maybe, like, what, 500 subs for the majority of, like, a Smash 4. I tried to be a content creator a little bit, but it was a very half-assed job. So, I guess I could say that I'm thankful that I was able to provide information and help so many people see, the characters from my perspective, and I helped so many competitors get better at the game. Like, honestly, to this day, man, like, it's, like, my channel is, like, what? Shit. Maybe, like, my channel is pretty old, like, but, like, I've been doing Smash Ultimate content since it came out. It's, like, I'm still, to this day, not used to, like, having fans, I guess? Like, to me, that's so weird. I really don't feel like some big shot. I've only got like 5,000 subs, and I'm in this itty bitty niche community. I don't really gas myself up over it. I'm just happy I'm able to help you guys. I'm just happy that I'm able to help everybody out, and I'm happy you guys care enough to support me and what I do. And that's going to be the end of this Q&A, guys. Hey, again, to everybody who actually gives a shit, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Seriously. I'm going to maybe do more of these in the future. Just, if I didn't get to your question, I apologize. If you ask me down below in the comments, I'll make sure to at least give it a shot at checking it out and seeing if I can answer your questions. So, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, hit that bell icon, and subscribe. Please come and check out my Twitch channel if you guys would like to sometime, and consider dropping a sub. I will put the description down below. This recent sub goal I have right now is for a Ryu matchup chart. If we reach it, it'll be coming up right here to YouTube. But I'll be first building it on Twitch, so consider supporting both. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.